Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading for July 26th through August 1st. Let's jump right in and see what's going on with you guys. As you can see, we have a little visitor today, being a little needy boy, needs to sit in mommy's lap. That's okay. All right, let's see. What do we have for Pisces for the week of July 26th through the 1st? All right, Pisces, it looks like you have a little bit of a situation here where you are feeling a little rejected, a little left out in some way. It seems like there's a bit of stubbornness attached to it. Your challenge is the Seven of Wands, and that is on top of the Five of Pentacles being your situation. So we're going to clarify everything and see what's going on here, but it does seem like you are feeling a bit unsupported in some way, you know? I don't know exactly what's going on here, but it does seem like this has to do with somebody else that is in your energy. The challenge of the Seven of Wands is like you're having a hard time standing your ground. You're having a hard time saying no. You're having a hard time either accepting this or, let's see, you're having a hard time telling this person no, or telling this person that what they're doing is not helping you feel included or something like that, you know? Let's get into this person here. They have the Five of Wands. This could mean that there's some misunderstandings between the two of you. This could mean that you guys are arguing. This could mean that there's a lot of hassles in your relationship that are, you know, getting in the way of the union between the two of you. You know, their feelings for you is that they feel like they are uh, not giving and receiving on the same level. Like they could feel like they are always giving and you're always taking, or the opposite. Like all they do is take and all you do is give. But there's something here that's unreciprocal. There's something here that is imbalanced as far as how you guys show up for each other 100%, 100%. Their intentions for you this week is death. They want to put something to bed. They want to end a cycle so a new cycle can start. You know, it seems like they're a little bit like in between worlds at the moment. And I feel like they intend to accept that this could inevitably be the ending here, but we'll see. Like I said, I'm going to clarify everything. Um, what you can expect from them next is the Knight of Pentacles to move a little bit slow. I don't think that this is something that's happening super quick. I don't think that this is like a tower moment. This doesn't look like, you know, somebody caught somebody cheating or anything like that. This really looks like something that's kind of slowly over time dissolving a little bit. So let's take a look and let's see what we can find for you here. I'm going to start with the situation being the Five of Pentacles. Tell me more about that. Why is Pisces feeling left out in the cold? Unsupportive. Right, Pisces, you get the High Priestess, the Ace of Swords, and the Devil. Yeah, this is just like some, you know, there's something just uncomfortable happening here. It seems like there's maybe some secrets between the two of you, or maybe you found some secrets out, and it's kind of left you feeling like you aren't privy to certain information that you should be privy to. The High Priestess keeps things close to her chest. She doesn't let just anyone in, and she kind of sits back and observes before she takes any action. I I feel like there's something toxic here. This is very shadowy. This is like someone here is acting out of selfish disregard for the other. And it's really had you take a step back and look around and say, like, is this person here for me? Like, does this person care about me? Um, I could see that you're feeling a little bit hopeless at the moment, and I'm really sorry for that. But it does seem like you're feeling a little bit withdrawn, quite withdrawn, if I had to guess, and a little bit hopeless. But let's see about the Seven of Wands for your challenge. I think what this is now is you're being challenged to assert your will against this person and say, no, you can't treat me like this. Put up some boundaries. This looks like some boundaries are required. You get the Six of Wands, Justice, and the Two of Wands. Yeah, it really just looks like you need to make a plan here as to how much of this are you willing to tolerate. Justice is like eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. What is happening here that is so unfair that you need to put boundaries in place because they keep being stepped on? Um, I think that will give you a sense of whereas you feel a little bit hopeless here. I think that will give you a little bit of hope as far as like I can advocate for myself. I don't have to just allow things to happen to me. I have agency, and I can advocate for myself here, even when we feel like the world is kind of falling apart around us. Let's look at the Five of Wands for this person's energy, person on your mind that you're not getting along with at the moment, doesn't look like. You get the Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Fool. Yeah, I don't like to make these big sweeping assumptions here, but it does kind of look like this person has decided here that they're just going to do them, that they're not really going to include you in their plans, and that feels awful. That would leave you feeling quite excluded. It seems like they are being a little bit reckless in their behavior. The Three of Cups in this scenario could talk about a third party. Could could mean that with the Nine of Pentacles that they just want to be single and have fun and take off on their own and see what life offers them. As their feelings, the Six of Pentacles, you get the Five of Swords, the Chariot, and the Three of Pentacles. It's almost like they like want your support here. Like they want you to be supportive of them doing their own thing while they exclude you and make you feel like crap. So yeah, I do really get that sense, especially with the devil here. It's almost like they're looking out for number one, and they want your support in that. And okay, like he's sure, if you really love someone, of course you want what's best for them, but not at your expense. And I think that that's what this person is missing. Um, it's almost like they want you to like take care of their pets while they go off and have a fun vacation, and sleep with somebody else. Like, well, if you really cared about me, you'd do that for me, Pisces. That's the kind of the vibe I'm getting off this person. And that's not to say that this person is wrong or bad. It just seems like your relationship here has come to some sort of stalemate, and this person is feeling very restless, and you are, a little bit more content with the way that things were, and you guys just weren't seeing eye to eye for a while. It looks like, a lot of times these things can kind of creep up on us, and we could feel like this just came out of nowhere. I had no idea that you were feeling this way. Well, this person was kind of keeping it to themselves and saying, like, yeah, well, I've been feeling this way for a long time. And that's always such a gut punch because it's like, how did I not notice? But, it's just two different ways of operating. And it's not, I don't want to say that there's no one to blame because there are more right and more wrong ways to approach each other when you're in committed relationships. But, I don't know what level this relationship was even at. So let's take a look at their intentions of death. It does look like they intend to end this, at least in the state that it's in now. You get the World card, the Four of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. Yeah, I do feel like they kind of want to start over. They feel like this has come to a natural end. Um, they're not happy. They're not. They feel a little bit cold towards the whole situation. It seems like they have pretty much disconnected already. Um, yeah, I I think that they want to have a new start, and it doesn't seem like it doesn't say whether it's with you or whether it's somewhere else. But I think that this person is probably someone who periodically throughout their life kind of has to like burn things down to the ground and start over. It's just the nature of their ways. It's just how they operate. um, it could be difficult for them to have like honest heart to heart conversations, especially at times when they've already unplugged. And, it does seem like they are a little bit unplugged. It seems like they are emotionally unavailable at this point. So that's probably why the hermit's showing up for you. It's like this is impenetrable at this point. What you can expect from this person in the immediate future, you have the Knight of Pentacles. It's pretty slow moving energy. You got the Nine of Cups, again, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. I feel like you can, I feel like it's going to get better. I can see the two of you actually like not hating each other at the end of this. I think it's going to take a lot of time, but I do feel like eventually you are going to feel like this is maybe better for you. And you have the Ace of Wands here, so it's the potential for the spark to not reignite is here. I think I didn't say that right. The potential for the spark to reignite is here, absolutely. And there's a lot of happiness and contentment here, but it's not happening fast. And that's, I don't know if that's with each other or just separately on your own. You're going to see like, oh, this is much better this way. This next thing that you enter into is going to be much better. Or if this is like you guys just need some space and time in order to get back to this better place. I'm I can't say, but either way, it does look like it gets better, and that is what's important. Let's get you some advice here, Pisces. I don't see you chasing after anybody here. I don't see anyone chasing after you. So, it could just be that you're both ready for it to be done. It could just be that even though it sucks and it hurts and nobody likes to feel rejected or left out, it could just be that you're like, yeah, I know. Okay, for your advice, you get the Five of Wands, Strength, and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, I think that this is more of what we were saying before. Like, stand up for yourself. Put your foot down. Don't allow anyone to mistreat you, especially in a coercive way where you have feelings for them and they're trying to get something out of you. So, um, you know, self control, which it looks like you have a lot of. Um, be a little bit stubborn. be a little bit stubborn when it comes to standing up for yourself, and um, say what you want to say. I think it's perfectly reasonable to tell someone how you feel, whether you feel like it's going to hurt their feelings or not. If they're mistreating you, you got to stand up for yourself, and I think that that is what the message is here overall. So, Pisces, I hope this resonated, and I hope this helped in some way, and I'll see you next time. Bye.